Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel and some more Hold My Beer. Now, today, considering we've talked about the Death Star today in our video this morning, we have got a Death Star replay for you, and we are watching always low rolls, and of course, he's driving the Death Star. Now, I'm not going to speak about the Death Star because we've already spoke about it. We're going to speak about the battle and what he could have done better and what he done well. So straight up, he was going to go towards the left side or the middle, but he's looking at the mini map. He's seen that his team is going all to the right side, so of course he is going to focus the right side of the map. And of course, with the Death Star, you've got to be very careful, because if you get spotted, you're probably going to get spotted pretty before everyone else. But he's sitting at the back, he's got the Hesh loaded, and he's going to get the first one in the grill. That poor grill has just been absolutely deleted. That poor guy. Wow, nice. Fair play to him. Not salty at all. Just nice. So well played. 1 minute gone, and that is a big gun out of the way. So you can see he's not just sitting at the back. He is looking at sort of getting into the middle, getting the shots out, looking even through the tracks here to see if he can get the shots out onto this pattern. And when he hasn't got a shot, he is starting to move forward. Now, that was an unfortunate miss there on the M46 pattern, and probably around 1500 damage wasted. But, you know, that's what the Death Star does. So 1100 damage so far, 1 tank down a piece. And I love the fact that he's always trying to get this the Hesh out. And again, another wasted shot. And this is what I'm talking about earlier. Like, this is the kind of things the Death Star does. Now, that should have hit, but unfortunately, it just completely missed. And this is the things that the Death Star constantly does. But he's going to make up for it. He's going to make up. It's not going to be all like that. And again, I love the fact that he's always trying to use the HE. And again, he gets another nice shot there, almost 1100 damage. So 2200 damage so far. These team are, well, it's now a 5 versus 5. However, the E3 is a very low hit points, and he can clear him if he just splashes HE. And here comes the pattern. Is he going to get a nice high roll? 1200, nearly 1300 damage done to him. And that brings his damage now up to 3.4k. Now, he does have to be careful, because there is a couple of heavies that is coming around. There goes the E75. The guy in front of him is very low hit points. The T57 is going to get taken out, but both of these guys are a one shot. And as I've said, with the HE, just splash him in the face, and you're still going to do sort of 500 damage, no matter what tank it is when you're in the Death Star. So 3.8k damage now. He's already lost half of his hit points, but here comes a 60 TP. Is he going to be able to get an ammo rack into this guy? He's going for the HE, and what a nice shot that was. 1200 damage to the bottom plate of the 60 TP from that distance. That is not an easy pen. But now a 3 versus 3, and I mean, he's always trying to get to the side. He's not looking at moving. He knows that there is an ST there. Now pushing, it could be good, because he might be able to get behind the ST, and as you can see, he's waiting for that ST to come up, and he's gonna pay the price. That ST is gonna pay the price, and he just gets a nasty shot. So 6300 damage done already. The ST is a one shot. The 60 TP is a one shot as well, but he does need to be very careful, because both of these guys are now starting to push, and he has to clear one of them. If he doesn't clear one, then he will be dead. So you can see he's just taken the nasty shot for there from the 60 TP. He needs a bit of help, to be honest. The T57 is a one shot. The waffle over there is a one shot. Every tank is pretty much a one shot. Now, we have no idea where the enemy Death Star is. I haven't seen them all battle. Is he AFK? God knows. But at the moment, our guy is on 6,900 damage, and there is the Death Star. Is he going to take out the waffle? The waffle manages to get a low roll, probably a HE shot. But again, if he can get behind this Death Star, then he can inflict a big amount of damage. But however, there is still 2 tanks left on his team, but both are a one shot, and now the Death Star is on a reload, but is still going to go for the HE there, and he gets 1,329. Is he going to get gone? Is the T57 going to help him? The T57 doesn't want to come round now, but the Death Star on the enemy team isn't in a great position now. He's got a tank in front and a tank behind. No matter what one he goes goes for, the other is going to kill him anyway. And of course the T-57 doesn't want to risk anything, and he allows him to get the kill. So well played there. Just over 8,600 damage, and if you wouldn't have thought he would have got this damage from the start, but nevertheless it was a fantastic game. 9 pens and he gets almost 9k damage. So thank you for sending me that replay in. I do love a good Death Star battle. Now next up, so we've just seen that one. Next up, we're going to watch an IS-7 from Sorry I'm Not Sorry. This is another tank that very rarely does too well. I mean, it does well, but it's not a tank that gets a massive amount of damage. It's a tank that gets a massive amount of block damage, but the ending on this I think is very good, but he does get kind of lucky. But nevertheless, we're going to watch the battle. So he's pushing forward. He's using the mobility of the IS-7 to push as far forward as he possibly can to get some side shots into these guys when they cross, and the T-57 knows that there is a few tanks there. So as you can see, the mini-map, God knows what the 121 is doing there. There's a couple of tanks in the middle, and there is, we know that the IS-7 and the T-57 to the right. So they are all spread out. Look at the mini-map. There's red literally just everywhere. It's like, I don't know, you don't know who to go for at this point. Do you go for the middle here, or do you go for the right? Do you go for the T-57, who could be on his own, or do you go behind and try to go for the 121 that could be getting behind your team and causing damage? But he's now going to go for the T-57. He knows he's not looking. He does take care of the waffle, and now this guy is probably on a reload, but there is now 2 tanks gone. The Sheridan is now on his own. Look at how many tanks are around there. So that Sheridan is not going to last very long. Look at them hit points just vanish, and before you know it, it is now a 4 versus 7. They've already got their work cut out, and that was an unfortunate miss there. I mean, it was a hopeful shot anyway, but it's something that he really needed to take a little bit of time and try and penetrate that, or try and at least get a shot off on something he can get. So the 121 is now a 1 shot, and there he goes. So that helps a little bit, but now the T-57 is pushing forward. Now they do have 1 cap each, and he's just backing up and he's trying to get under this ridge, but unfortunately 2 pens so far. He does, however, manage to get a bounce there. Now this guy is on a reload. If he can get behind and get a HE shot, then he will be a 1 shot, but he's going to go for just the normal AP there. I thought he would have waited to go for the HE, but no, he went for the AP, and now he can get behind and go for that HE. Hopefully he high rolls. He does have a max roll loaded, and he does that. So 3 versus 5 at the moment. There is still a lot of hit points to go, and now the waffle is chasing the T-57. There's a tortoise there. I would personally leave the tortoise and definitely go for that waffle, because obviously he's the most juicier target. The tortoise, even though he's got a good gun, he's not that dangerous, especially from an IS-7, and the T-57 is now a 1 shot, and the tortoise does clear him. So he now finds himself on his own against 4 tanks. However, the tortoise is now, he should now, at this point, should go for the tortoise, because he is a 1 shot, and he needs to clear these. He needs to clear these tanks. It doesn't matter if they're a 1 shot or full hit points. A tank is there, and it's still a gun that would be shooting at you. So this is actually a good position for an IS-7. He's up higher. These guys, there's only sort of 2 entry points to get him. So if there's a couple of 1 shots, he should be able to take them out. Now what he's actually done is allowed the IS-7, the other IS-7, to get to the higher ground, and now he's going to have all these tanks pushing, and he's not in a very good situation. He's losing on supremacy points, and now he's being rushed by 3 tanks all around. So not in the best of, I don't know why they're not actually rushing him. The T-57, the T-54 there, the IS-7 and the object, they should really all be pushing him together. I know the objects are 1 shot, and I love the fact that he is ignoring the IS-7. He knows he's not a 1 shot. He's full hit points. Going for him is just not going to do anyone any good. But so far he's on 2 kills and 5,600 damage, and he's managed to keep the base A and managed to clear now the tortoise. And again, he's always ignoring that IS-7, because he knows there's no point just going for him. He's going for the lower hit point tanks now, and he is going to get a nice shot here into the T-54 E1. So, but he's a one shot. Again, God knows what the enemy IS-7 doing. He is almost full hit points. He should be, why didn't he come down the other way? Why come down this way, where you're just now facing the strongest part of the tank? Why just not come behind him? I really don't understand what this IS-7 is doing. And of course, because of his gun depression, our guy has just managed to just push him up, keep him in that position so he can't get the shot off, and he's losing all of his hit points. This IS-7 hasn't shot around for some time and he's still not shooting. He's a one shot. This guy is a one shot. What is this IS-7 doing? I have no freaking idea. But the best thing is now that he is winning on supremacy points, but the IS-7 is sitting on base A, which is going to put a bit of pressure on our guy here in the IS-7. So instead, he knows that he's probably pushing up to the right side is not great, because he's going to show the weaker side of his armor. So he's gone to the left side. He's going to use the tortoise now as a bit of protection, and he does get lucky. Fair play, he does get lucky. You can see him trying to bait a shot here. He does bait a shot, and now he can poke up and get that shot off. Now the IS-7 is going to reload before he does. They are both a one shot. The IS-7 should be rushing, but of course, again, he still doesn't manage to get a shot off. Our guy, using the HE, does manage to clear him. Now that is a game, that was a wicked game. That was a fantastic game for our guy here in the IS-7, but it's a game that should have been ended a long time ago. God knows what this enemy IS-7 is doing. I mean, he got almost 3k damage. Yes, he doesn't have a good win rate, but someone like that with an average win rate, because 48% is average, and with 1,000 damage, sort of average damage, he should have known better to never, if there's two tanks, never go with the same tank. Like, what is the point of you going with your teammate facing the enemy when you could have easily just got behind him? That means there'll be one tank in front, one tank behind. It would have been an easy win, but our guy kept to it. Sorry, I'm not sorry. I'm sure he's not sorry. But that was an amazing performance, but it did help with that IS-7. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye. With